Good morning. Welcome to Beat the Number, NBA Morning Edition. My name is Abby. Thank you for joining me. I'm here to discuss the NBA top picks and plays for Sunday, February the 2nd. We're just here to discuss the top games on the slate for today, or all the games on the slate for today, and try to get the best number early and often for the point spread and the over-under. First game is Chicago and Detroit. The line is at 5, total is 232. Right now it's 5.5, and the total is 233.5. Regarding the injury side for the Pistons, Jaden Ivey is out indefinitely with the leg. On the Chicago side, Zach LaVine out ruled out for personal reasons. Torrey Craig out indefinitely with leg issues. If you're wondering where we're getting this information from, oddslogic.com gives you all the updated news and injury reports, up to the minute line movements for the point spread and the over-unders, the totals. That's oddslogic.com. Okay, so we're going to look into this game further. Chicago-Detroit. They did play earlier this season, early in the year, November 18th of last year, in Detroit. Detroit was a 4-point favorite at home. Total was 234.5. Chicago covered and won 122-112, and it was under 234.5. Right now, Detroit against other opposition, 3-7. Last 10 games, 3-7 against the spread, 3-7 to the over/under. Pistons last 5 games, 2-3 to the under, and 2-3 overall last 5 games. Detroit 5-5 last 10, 5-5 against the spread, 5-5 over/under. Detroit 2-3 as well last 5 games, and 2-3 to the under. So in this game here, this is Chicago-Detroit. This is the rematch. Bulls won the first one. Let's look here, looking at the Pistons side here. Let's see. I'm going to look in this game, for me personally, I will look at the under. Both teams right now are trending to the under, where they're playing. So I like the under in this game, under the 233.5. For me, if I like the under here, so I'm going to wait for it to go up even more. I'm not in a rush to bet that now. So if you like the under like myself, you just wait until game time to get a better number, because it may go up. Just wait and see. But that's my play on this game. I like the under Chicago-Detroit. If you look at the last game when they played in November, it was at 234. And all of a sudden it came down to 233. So it's telling me the under. But I'm still going to wait for a better number. Next game is Dallas at Detroit. Dallas is an 11-point favorite. Total 238.5. Right now we are looking at 236.5. And the lines went all the way to 13. 13.5 now. And it's 237. So we're going to look at the injury report for the Dallas side. We have, and again, Anthony Davis, the big trade, Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic. So Anthony Davis is now a Dallas Maverick. He has an abdominal strain, and right now he's out indefinitely. So he's not going to make his debut for a while. Daniel Gafford, ankle, questionable to play this Sunday. Dwight Powell, hip, ruled out this Sunday. PJ Washington, knee, questionable to play this Sunday at Cleveland. Kyrie Irving, shoulder, questionable to play. Derek Lively out indefinitely. Luka Doncic is out. Got a feeling Kyrie's going to play, though. He had a day off. I guess he's going to play against his former team. I got a feeling he will play. That's just my opinion. On the Cleveland side, we see here Isaac Okoro, shoulder, ruled out this Sunday. Karis LeVert's wrist, questionable this Sunday. And Dean Wade, knee, out indefinitely. So let's look at this head-to-head matchup. That's Dallas at Cleveland. They played 3 weeks ago, or a month ago, in Dallas. And Cleveland was a 9-point favorite, so the total was 226 at the time. Cleveland won and covered 134-122 as a 9-point favorite. And went over the total 226. So now we're at Dallas last 10 games, 4-6 the last 10, 4-5 against the spread, 4-5-1 against the spread, 6-4 to the over, 3-2 last 5 games for Dallas, and they are 4-1 to the over. As for the Cavaliers, 6-4 last 10, 6-4 against the spread, 7-3 to the over. Cleveland's won 3 straight games, and they've covered 3 straight games. And they are 4-1 to the over. Yes, the other way I look at this game, I like the Cavaliers here. Cavaliers, you gotta roll with the Cavaliers. I'm not going to get in front of their hot streak and their laying points in their 3-game win streak. I'm not going to get in front of that. So I do like Cleveland here minus the let's see where it is now. Yeah, I like the Cavaliers here. Let's see. Let me take a look at this. Yeah, minus 12.5, minus 13. So if you like them, try and get that now. 12.5, 13. Before it gets to 13.5. If you don't want to go there, just get up to 13. 12.5, 13. I like Cleveland, and I like the over 236.5. So if you like the over, bet at 236.5, 237. I bet the over in this one. It's the only way to look. Next game, Clippers at Toronto. -6 Clippers, total 23.5. Right now the number has come down. You see it coming all the way down to 4.5. 4.5 total is come down to 220.5. So it's come down by 3 points. So we're going to look at this game further. Clippers right now. Norman Powell. It says here he is ruled out for tomorrow's game. He has a hip, ruled out Sunday at Toronto. Chris Dunn ruled out Sunday at Toronto. PJ Tucker out indefinitely. For the Toronto side, Jamal Shed, has an illness, unlikely to play. Everybody else is healthy for the Raptors. Let's look into this game further. Clippers at Toronto. I believe this is their first meeting of the season. I don't think they've played as yet this season. Oh no, they had played last year. They played last year November, early in the season in LA. At that time, the Clippers were 6-point favorites. The total was 226.5. Toronto covered, but the Clippers won by 2 points, 105-103, and it was under 226.5. So right now, the last 10 games, Clippers 7-3 against the spread. So 7-3, last 10, 7-3 against the spread, 5-5 to the over/under. Clippers on a 4-game road trip. They did lose the first game in Phoenix. They've won the last 2 at San Antonio and at Charlotte. Now they're in Toronto for the final game of the road trip. So 4-1 last 5, and are 3-2 to the over. Raptors, the Toronto Raptors, 7-3 last 10, 7-3 against the spread, 3-7 to the under. Raptors are 4-1 right now, last 5, and are 1-4 to the under. So in this game, I like here. I like the under in this game. I like under 220. I like the under a lot, 220. And I liked Toronto. I like the Raptors here. Raptors to cover the. I like them at 4.5 here. I think the Raptors covered the spread. I like him here a lot. The Raptors, they are playing exceptionally well. As an underdog, they've covered 4 straight as an underdog. 4 straight covers as an underdog, and they have been 1-3 to the under, covering as 4 straight as an underdog. So I like Raptors to cover the points, and I like the under in this game, under the two. It says 220. Let me just double check. Got a line shop. Yeah, 220.5. Like the under here. Next game, Boston at Philadelphia. Boston -9. Total 222. Right now it's coming to all the way to -11. Mainly -11s right now. And it is 222.5. Let's get that. Yep, 222.5. So we're going to look at the injury report on the Boston side for the Celtics. Injury free, so no injuries for Boston. And Philadelphia on the Sixers side. Of course, Joel Embiid's out, as we all know. Paul George also out for this game with a finger injury. Caleb Martin, growing, is questionable to play. Andre Drummond, toe, questionable to play. Jared McCain, knee, out indefinitely. So look into this game more closely. That's Boston, Philadelphia. Let's see. Okay, they've already played once. Christmas Day they played in Boston. Boston was a 9.5-point favorite, total 223. Philadelphia won 118-114, covered as a 9.5-point favorite. The total, and it went over. It went over the total 223. All right, so we'll look at this game now. Boston 6-4 last 10, 4-6 against the spread, 5-5 over under. Boston 3-2 last 5 games. They have won 2 straight games, and they are 3-2 to the over. Philadelphia 4-6 last 10, 5-5 against the spread, 7-3 to the over. 4-1 Philadelphia last 5, and are 3-2 to the over. Okay, and Boston 10.5-point favorites. Let's see. I see 11 now. They're up to 11. Let's look at this again. 3-2. 5. Boston. Yeah, the only way I can look at this game, both teams are trending to the over. So the only way I can see this game going is over the 222.5. Yeah, that's the only way I can play this game, the over. Yeah, 222.5. I like the over here. That's the play I like. As for the side, no play on the side. Just like the over the 222.5. Last game, Memphis at Milwaukee. Milwaukee 4.5-point favorites. Total 241. Right now we're seeing 245, 244.5, and it's at 3.5. The line's come down to 3.5. So Memphis getting some money here. We'll look at the injury report here first on the Memphis side for the Memphis Grizzlies. So we see here John Morant's shoulder injury downgraded to being out for Milwaukee. He won't play in the Milwaukee game. Vince Williams Jr. foot is out. Marcus Smart out indefinitely, finger injury. G.G. Jackson II foot out. On the Milwaukee side, Bobby Portis out for personal reasons. So look into this game further. Memphis, Milwaukee. They played early in the season, like the opening night. Opening night they played October 31st in Memphis. Milwaukee was a 6.5 point favorite. Memphis covered and won 122.99, and it was under 231.5. Now head to head, Memphis. Against other opposition, Memphis is 8-2 last 10, 7-3 against the spread, 8-2 to the over. So they're 4-1 last 5 games, Memphis, and they are 4-1 to the over last 5 games. And for the Milwaukee side, 6-4 last 10 games, 6-4 against the spread, 8-2 to the over, and are 2-3 last 5 games, and are 3-2 to the over. Yeah, so the game, what I like in this game, I like the over. The over stands out. Both teams are trending to the over. So the over 244.5, 245 is the actual play for me. That's what I like. And as for the side, I do like, let's see here. Yeah, I do like Memphis here. I like Memphis in the points. Milwaukee's lost 2 straight games. And you know how I am. I like to fade teams coming off a road trip. Milwaukee's on a road trip now. So they're back at home, then they got to go back on the road. It's a tough situation. And I like Memphis here in the points. It's come down for a reason. I do like Memphis to cover the points. It's rare for them to be an underdog. They've been favored. I know they're a dog in New York and lost in New York, but I like him here in this spot. I like him against Milwaukee. I know John Morant's out, but I still like him here because you're seeing a bit of the number come down now. That's the thing; it's coming down from 4 all the way down. Let's look here again. It was 3.5 what I saw. Let me just double check this. 4.5, 3.5. Yes, we're seeing 3.5s now. 4.5, 4, and 3.5. So yeah, this is I gotta take Memphis here in the points. I think they cover the spread here, and it goes over the total. So that's it for today's show. Thank you for joining me. My name is Abby. I hope you whether you fade or follow these early morning picks to the over under, to the totals, or the line movement for the point spread. That's on you. I just basically choose I just choose to make those picks and plays for the point spread and for the over under as how I see it and how I view it. Whether you fade or follow, I hope you cash those tickets. Good luck to you today. Stay true to yourself. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Believe in yourself. I will be back here in the afternoon, early this afternoon. We're going to go over some prop plays for this afternoon's games and the evening games. Till then, take care. Peace.